some key levels for
What's up, fam? How we doing? Let's go over levels here. It is slow, slow, slow. Very slow out. Yikesy slows. Good morning, fam. Hopefully everyone's having a good day, good weekend. Christmas week is upon us. As I said over in the Discord, hopefully you guys had a great year. And if not, there's always 2026 just around the corner. So get ready for the new year. Let's take advantage of it. Just like Friday today, super duper slow. Not a lot going on this morning in pre-market. We'll break down a couple of former runners, a couple of new runners. Not much, though. All right, we have AZI from Friday running here. Continuation play. Nice good spike up on Friday from $1.30 in pre-market up to about $3.30 or so in market. We are failing pretty nicely at $3.23.30 on Friday, and now it'll be the key support to hold us up on a multi-day run. Also, $3.50 is going to be some great support. We have $3.90 support being built in right now. Over and back up for resistance, $4.35, and over $4.35, strong resistance at $4.75 into $4.80. Past chart history, over that mark, watch for move up into $5. 5 breaks, watch for move to $5.50. Over 5, watch for spike into 6. Over 6, then we have some strong resistance right around $7 into around $7.50. Other former runner, CMCT. We've seen this one a few times over the past few weeks. Literally, I think we've looked at this probably weekly, if not maybe monthly, since the summer. Most recently was earlier on this month. Now on the way up, we do have some $5 resistance showing up this morning in the pre-market. Over $5 for CMCT. Watch for spike up to around $5.50. Over $5.50, we run to 6. Over 6, we have resistance strong at $7.25. And over that, then at 8 for CMCT. I doubt we see that today, but could. On the way down, $4.20 support. Then $3.90 support for CMCT. Now, if we crack $3.90, watch for a move down to around $3.65 and then down to $3.35. Over to new plays, we have SidU popping up this morning, starting to try to form a little bit of a bull flag. Just squeezed the new high of day from 150 to 195. 195 pre-market high. Go back in past chart history here over 195. What do we have next? Right around 205 to 215 resistance. Over that, watch for a pop up to around 250, and over 250 has room up to 3. We've seen a lot of these $1 tickers get to 3, and we just saw that from AZI on Friday. Whoopsies down below. Support, well, I would imagine maybe you know where AK is going to go for this one. Old resistance equals new support. I would say look for a bounce play right around 160 into the 150 area. And your other former runner, or no, new runner, your other new runner, my bad, HXHX. These sub $1 plays, usually when they pop up in pre-market, love to give back gains. So if this thing cracks back under 55 cents and then sees 50, it's probably going to crack back down to 40 cents. Now, if it does somehow hold the 50 cent mark, watch for this. Could move up over the double top right around the 65 cent area for the next leg up. Next leg up for this takes it up to around 73 to 75 cents. Over that, watch for a move up to around 85 cents. And over that, then there's the room to $1. What's up, Ingrid? How we doing? I'll go over DJT. It's been a multi-day running here. It's a little bit slower. Probably better for some of you guys to go for a little bit slower play versus a more volatile play at times, which every small cap play has been pretty slow here recently. On the way down, we're at the support at 1650. Under that, watch for a crack down to 1635. Under 1635, we go down to 1620. Under 1620, watch for a move to 16. Under 16, watch for the move to after or power hour. Power hour support right around 1575 from Friday. Now, if we crack that, could start to see our nice, good first red day for sure. On the way up, resistance now is going to be if we can get back over the 1680 mark. If we get back over that, watch for a move to 17 to around 1715 in pre-market high. If we get over 1715 area in pre-market high, watch for a move up today, possibly to 1790 into 18. Strong resistance there. Over that for a move to 1875, potentially for DJT. Man, it is slow out. It is slow. Alright, let's get into large cap plays real quickly. Kind of watching. I guess we are on YouTube on the Fivers. I guess Fivers is. I don't really know what's going on with the live stream today. So I guess we're on not only. I guess they are doing it on YouTube as well. I don't know what you signed up for potentially. But we do have on if you follow the Fivers. The Fivers or Trade the Pool. If you follow either one of them, they're on YouTube today. So either way, we're on YouTube for sure. All right. All right, since we are slowing down big time, let's get over here and do the large cappies. Yeah, I was looking at the live streams. I guess they're live today. I got that asked all week long, and I'd never asked. I didn't think about asking Michael Katz and them. I just thought in my head, well, if we're having a sign up, it's not going to be on YouTube, but it is on YouTube, I guess. So whatever. All right, let's go. Let's see if we see anything in the small cap space. Or large cap space today, that is. Yep, that's what I was just keeping up with. Yeah, Ingrid. So I don't know. That's weird. I didn't think they would have it on there for free, but I guess it is for free. So hey, whatever. I'll take it. I'm sure most of you guys will too. Like, hey, just nice and easy to find that. All right, over to large cap levels. Let's get into SPY here. Again, just in my opinion, if I gave the weekly preview yesterday, we are definitely going to just sit out to the right and just chop around, in my opinion, and stay in this channel. I cannot believe how long the SPY itself is. AMD, of course, in that channel, or Apple, I should say, for such a long time. It is a bigger channel, I know, but boy, we have been in this 670 channel where the bottom slowly but surely keeps getting a little bit lower, but we just keep chopping around the 680, essentially a magnet for the 680s for the last month plus now. We did chop around and channel down to 650 last month, so we were up and then back on down. This month, really, for the most part, besides that pullback that we had down to 670, really have just been channeling and stuck to 680. I will give levels for the SPY, but this is absolutely ugly, 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 ugly. So on the way up today, next resistance I see, as far as the chart's concerned, is going to be 684.35. Over that, watch for move to 684.80 area, somewhere right around 684.85. And then over that, then we go to 685.35. Normal high of day there. Ultimate high of day then goes up to 686. Ultimately moving up then to 687 for your ultimate high of day. On the way down today for SPY. Oof, yeesh. My brain's just, I'm telling you, this is just ugly. Old resistance, new support at 682.60, then at 682. Under that, watch for a crack down to around 681.50. 681.50 normal low of day. Ultimate low of day then goes down to 681, and under that, then down to 680.65. We'd start running back into the high of day from last Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at that point into Friday. So last Tuesday through Friday's high of day is going to be hard to get through, and I just don't see us getting through that. And I'm going to go 680.65 is your ultimate low of day. Oh my God, bless Apple. What are we doing to people? Leave Apple alone. Leave Apple alone. Leave it alone. That is absolutely ugly sauce for day trading. All right, over to AMD, trying to pop back on up and really just working its way back up into channels where all these plays are doing. So here on the way up today, we're running back into the choppy mess that we had from a couple of weeks ago. Now we have 219 resistance on the way up, over 219 to 219.60. Over 219.60, then we get a decent pop finally to 21. 221 normal high of day. Ultimate high of day over 221 goes up to then 222.50. Ultimate high of day there. On the way down, old resistance, new support. Friday's high of day, pre-market low, right around 215. And that's also last Monday's high of day. That'll be your normal low of day. Ultimate low of day then goes down to somewhere right around 213. And that'll be your ultimate low of day. Amazon, watch for that squeeze out of the bell today. It'd be the main thing to watch here. Over last Thursday's high of day to be clearing Friday's high as well. Over 229.25 area, watch for a squeeze up to right around 230.75. That'd be your normal high of day. Ultimate high of day then goes up to 231.20. And over that, somewhere right around 232 for your ultimate high of day. I just don't like this to the bottom side. B's trying to pop back on up here. B ran right into my 95 level mark here. Over 95. Watch for a squeeze up to 96.85 to 96.90. I'll go one more level up then to 98.50. 98.50, 98.75. Normal high of day. Ultimate high of day then goes up to 101.65. On the way down, major support for B is that pre-market low area. Right around 90.70. Under 90.70, we go down to 90. That's the high of day from Friday. So that 90 to 90... 70 corridor is going to be some strong support on the way down. That'll be your normal low of day. Ultimate low of day then goes down to 89, and under that then down to 88. Under 88 we go to that bounce play midway through Friday, right before power hour started, right around 87, 80 or 85, 85, 85, 85. Ultimate low of day. Go over to Google here. It does look like it wants to squeeze on up and kind of pull an AMD move and get back up into that charting resistance that we were in before in the 20s mark. On the way up, we have 311.60 resistance, and over that you have to worry about last Tuesday's high of day of 312.20. And then you see Monday's open and high right around 312.75. It's going to be some strong resistance on the way back on up. We'd have to have a lot of volume and straight buying power to get through that. So in that, if saying that and seeing it 12.75 normal high of day, 312.75, ultimate high of day then takes it back up to 314 to 314.25. I'm going to go this play stays trapped on a Monday and goes 314.25 ultimate high of day. On the way down, 310 support. Watch for a crack of that down to 309. Under 309, we go down to 307.50. Normal low of day there. Ultimate low of day then goes down to 305. 305, maybe a move below it. Ultimate low of day. Meta's been a real chop fest here. Just has not had a good day. I think last Thursday was its best day, really, as far as me and even giving levels, if I'm not mistaken. Really has been pretty ugly. Choppy, choppy, choppy. I just don't like this. If I would say back over 370, watch for move, and every time I've said that, it gets like, hey, watch for move over this, or watch for move under that. You're usually only getting $5 to $10, and I just don't think Meta gets over 370 or 670 today. And your other crack zone is now, it's all the way back down in the 635 mark, because we cracked all the way down to that, and that was the former support from before as well at 635 area. That would be the short. We're not there. So to me, we're starting to stay channeled and chopped up. And you can see most days, especially for most of these large cap tickers, there are some days like Thursday we go up and then chop around and don't do much. Friday is just chop sitting ugly. There's just not a lot of good days to find a lot of good trades on when it comes to day trading. Like I said, when it comes to that, you're looking at bounce plays. You're looking at reversals up top. You're not really getting a lot of breakout move, continuation move day in, day out. It's a lot more so of this choppy mess. So speaking of Meta, that 670 marks the best number for me today. I will say 655. So 655, watch for a bounce plays into 654.30. And fail reversal for Meta over 670. So 670 to 670.30, look for a short. 655 to 654, look for a bounce. And again, when those areas break and crack, then you're looking for your next leg up and down and can get a good play there as well. I'll give NVDA as it's trying to pop back on up here, back into the 180s again here. On the resistance side on the way up, 184.60 is pretty darn strong. Over that, watch for a pop into around 185.70. 185.70, normal high of day, just because we've come so much of the last few days. Ultimate high of day then goes all the way back up to 188. Nice, good move there over 85.70. On the way down today, major support's going to be right around 83.20. Under 83.20, watch for move down to 182. 182 normal low of day. Ultimate low of day goes back to the high area from Friday, 181.50 to 181. Not much lower than your normal low of day. That's your ultimate low of day, 181.50 to 181. All right, over to PLTR. Nice, good squeeze up here. If I'm not mistaken, this did run its way up, back up close to 200 today. We don't have a lot of charting back up above this here. So on the way down today, we'll start with that. Under 194, watch for a crack down to 193.20, and then under that down to 192.20. Under 192, 20, 30, 40 area, watch for a move down to 191.40. 191.40 normal low of day. Ultimate low of day goes down to 190, and below that to that reversal and midway through the day, or close to power hour on Friday at 189.35. Ultimate low there. On the way up, watch for move over 195 for the move back up to 196 in pre-market high. I'm going to say we stick with the theme. A lot of the days that we come down, we come back up and break through that and go to 197.50 for your normal high of day. Ultimate high of day takes it back up close to 200. I'll go 198.75 ultimate high of day, 197.50 normal. All right, over to the Qs here. On the way up, hitting that 621 mark so far today. over 621. Watch for a move up to 622. I'll go 622. Resistance shows up pretty nicely today into 622.50. Normal high of day there. Ultimate high of day over 622.50. Watch for a move up to 624 area for your ultimate high of day. On the way back on down. Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit tighter day today. On the way down, support area is going to be the best at 618.50. That'll be your normal low of day, though. On the way down below that, I do see some 620 support. Then 619.20, 30 support. And then underneath that, like I said, 618.50. Under 618.50, normal low of day, watch for a move down to 617.50. And then right below that, down to around 616. 616 to 616.30, ultimate low of day. And Tesla here getting really tight in its wedge here. Could look for a big move out of Tesla today over 490. Over 490 up to 495. 495, maybe a hair over it. Normal high of day, ultimate high of day. Finally, she sees 500. And I think she can, what I've seen a lot of the time at 500, it's either a fail and she comes back on down and cannot get over it for a few days, or we just skyrocket through it and see up to 507.50, 505, something like that. So, normal high of day 495, ultimate high of day 500. Take it at 500, but do not forget, if we get through it and hold it, this play could skyrocket and go $5+ through it. On the way down, watch for a move under 485. That's some strong support. Down to 482.50, 482.30. I'll go 482.50, 482.30 area. Normal low of day. Ultimate low of day then goes down to 480.65. And below that, watch for a move down to 477.70. 477.70, ultimate low of day. Now, this could see the move down to 475 in that low, not only from Friday, but a really low support bounce there on Thursday as well. What to trade at the bell? Well, I do like giving anything alongside in Tesla the most today, especially this little downtrend that we're in, which is we're on the downtrend right now. If we go through the downtrend at 490.50, this play is going to squeeze hard to 495. This is by far my favorite play of the day here. Now, other plays looking like they want to spike at the bell. Qs do look like they want to go up a little bit more here at the bell. SPY here as well, looking the same as the Qs, looking to uptrend just a little bit. I do like Amazon for the pop-up as well today over that 229.30 mark that we talked about. Those are my favorite tickers here at the bell. Google also looks like it wants to pop up a little bit here at the bell as well. So we have plays that look like they want to pop. Find your favorite play, which to me is going to be Tesla. Tesla over 490.50. This play is going to skyrocket. Now for the small cap plays, I'm just not impressed with anything yet today. SIDU's got the mob at this point. SIDU does have the mob squeezing up here to that $2 mark with the nice good bull flag. Everything else is really slow and has died out for the most part, waiting for mob and some volume to come back into it. So my number one mover would be SIDU, but I think we see exactly what we saw on Friday and just not a lot of good movement, unfortunately, today in small caps. And I would say it happens most likely leads into tomorrow, seeing the same thing. All right, I am good and done with levels. Any questions you guys have before I take the quick little break? Ugh. Quick break. And back for live commentary. Any questions you guys have, put them in the chat. I'll be right back in here. we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How's your mama and them? How's your mama and them? How was a good weekend for you guys? Hopefully it was great. Got your shopping done. Good morning, boss. How we doing? Got the Trade the Pool live event coming on up here soon. Hopefully you guys are ready for that. I guess the thing with the registry, now that I get it, because I was watching both of them on Trade the Pool and on the Fivers, and it said they're letting everybody up top know there. Of course, that's why half the people, like I say half, but a lot of people, I was looking at the comments earlier, especially on the Fivers. The Fivers have a big following. They have over 100,000 people on Instagram, where like Trade the Pool only has like 10,000. You know, they're huge. They've been in futures, and I think a part of the prop firm game a little bit longer. Regardless, the link I kept sending out to you guys for you guys to register was for that, the prizes. So people can just show up, and they want to, of course, promote this for free, and everyone on YouTube, etc. It makes sense there. But the reason for you guys to sign up and register was that you are going to be the lucky ones that are in with the exclusive giveaways. And the first one comes up here momentarily after the CEO of the Fivers gets done talking. And I was trying to watch it too as well, because I noticed when there's like two people talking, there's really not a lot of graphs out there. There's not a lot of charts that they're going over talking about. But I asked Kat, should I get like some PowerPoint put together? And he said no. Well, almost everyone out there talking has done that so far. So I'm kind of like, well, but it's the first guy that really had one was the CEO of TrendSpider. Now another CEO is going, but it's just him talking. It's not when two people are talking. And so I'll have to kind of keep watching here. And that's why I'm not going to stream. Luckily, it's really slow for us in small caps anyway. Not going to stream live too long this morning and early, so I can concentrate on my end of the trade the pools. Or the traders live event. So that way I make sure I get down what I want down, because like right now it's 8, so we're at better. Okay, cool. Learn from the pros at 8:10. That's 19. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're gonna see here, because if I swear to God, if fucking Michael Katz pulls up something after the CEO of, because the CEO of the Fivers is going right now, and so we will take a look. Or I'm going to have to take a look and see what they're doing. But right now in small cap space, for what we're looking at today, it's very slow. Very slow in small cap space. If you're looking to trade here with AZI, we've got resistance now built back in around 425 to 435. Over that real strong resistance shows up at 475 into 480. Now, we went over those levels in pre-market. This seems to be the wedge we are building in. We did just break outside of it. We'll see if we maintain. And here even Sid, you can't, whatever reason, gather the mob and momentum. Nothing is this morning. There's your sub $1 play HXHX. I know we've seen this one's every single ticker we've looked at. I've seen Sid U pop in the past. I've looked at that. I bet it's by the time. Now that I've been doing this long enough, if I've seen this play and it's been a while, I've done this a lot now. I'm like, oh wow, but I bet it's going to be reverse split. Sid U was never $148. This has just been reverse split after reverse split. I mean, how many times have I shown these tickers to you guys? And we go, holy molies, how many times has this been reverse split? And watch, if you're around long enough, and with me 3-4 years from now, we're going to go, oh, I remember AZI, CMCT. We traded CMCT a lot in 2025. And then it's going to show like it was once worth like $18,000. You're like, that thing was never $18,000. How do I get the TTP stream to watch the giveaways? It's on YouTube, boss. So just go to YouTube. You got to follow them on YouTube, my man. Follow them on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Follow them, my friend. Go to the Fivers. Follow them. I'm there live every Tuesday and Thursday. I'll be live there tomorrow. Not this Thursday. I keep forgetting that this Thursday's Christmas. It's all right. Oh, I got to remember that tomorrow. I got to go live for, oh, crapola. I got to set a reminder, team. Tomorrow, I go live for Trade the Pool. Tomorrow, I'm live for Trade the Pool. I got to set a reminder. I would have straight up forgot. Set a reminder to reach out to Mitch and them later saying, is there anything I need to do or worry about? Oh man. Okay, cool. Thank you though for bringing that up though, Paxton. But yes, go to just you're on YouTube here already. I'm sure with my live stream. Just get off my live stream, or if you're on like if you're like right here at me with your desktop and at home, and you have multiple pages you can bring up, just go to just open up a new page on YouTube, follow them, Trade the Pool. They're live right now. And Sal, the CEO of what you call it, the Fivers. The Fivers do. If I can talk future. Sorry, it's on Mondays here recently. My body's gotten to this awesome groove, finally. My system is so down here, what I do at home every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even in the whole week. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Like Monday through Thursday is wake up, look at the charts, do this with you guys, one-on-ones, whatever, stock stuff from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. 4 p.m., some days done a little earlier, here recently, here and there, but still not too much earlier. Okay, cool, Christian. Cool. This is a guy that I'm doing the one on the thing with on. He was like, let's just keep it podcast style and talk. Cool. Sounds good. So, usually 4 o'clock, 3 to 4, walk the dogs, work out, feed the pack. That's about an hour and a half process. Working at, I'll work out for about 45 minutes every day after I feed the pack or walk them or whatever. Here's opening bell, by the way. Nothing great going on. And then cook, whatever it is. It's the same thing, every single Monday through Thursday, right? And done about 6:30 at night, 7-ish there some days, and watch whatever's on. Just anyway. Friday, get done earlier, same kind of process, and then, me and Avery have date night, so we watch movies like this. Another new one here, it's on Amazon, I want to say. I think it was on Amazon. It's called Influencer. I have to go back over last weekend's movies, too, that we watched. So kind of Friday night into Sunday, or Friday night into Saturday morning, it's movies for us. So Friday night, we'll watch movies into Saturday morning. Saturday, I'm like, I don't do anything. And then I finally, about noon to 1, I get up and start doing the kind of Saturday cleanup. We kind of clean. I cook. We did the biscuits and gravy. What's it called? The hangover. Biscuits and gravy, biscuits and sausage gravy, spicy sausage. Oh, it's so fucking good, my biscuits and gravy. But then I throw a couple of easy eggs on top of that. Sometimes a little bit of cheese if you want some sliced cheese. We did no cheese this weekend. Try to go a little bit lighter. Oh, it's so good. Get you going. Something hearty and not so farty. Anyway, but yeah, it's like, but point being, I sleep in on Saturday and Sunday. And my body can go from like Monday through Thursday, my brain, I will wake up like right at my alarm, 6:30 something, 6:40 something, 6:30, like before my alarm goes off. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I do the same thing. My body wakes up sometimes around that time frame, but I can just be like, oh yeah, and I can go back to sleep really good. Well, Monday, it's really fucking hard for me because I'm like, my body wants to do it again. So Monday is actually the hardest day for me to wake up. Monday's my worst day. I think it kind of goes back to most people, right? But because my body really has gotten so systematic and formed to like, here's when you're waking up, here's where you're doing this. All right, so Sid U's taking the mob, and I've had a feeling Sid U might be in the new mover. Take the mob for right now out of the gate here. We'll go over and put AZI as the number 2 kind of guy to look out for. So Sid U here, nice, good mover. I don't know that we'll get a Halton play today, but I was going to say if we do get one, I would imagine it could be this play. I just don't think Sid U is going to halt up today. Strong resistance here. We always move into that 220 mark. 220 into 225, strong resistance there for Sid U. Kind of runs it old small floor becomes new resistance in that area. And so over that mark, then we'd watch for a move up to 250, 60 area potentially next. But a lot of these plays, again, do a lot of the same thing here. So Sid U, in my opinion, you'll see a lot of these plays that can pop up from $1 plus. So this isn't a sub $1 play today. It was on Friday, right? So the ones that usually can hold $1 aren't the plays coming. They're not HXs. These plays usually can't make it to $1 coming up in pre-market. They just, a lot of the time, if anything, get to $1 and that's it. The plays that can get over $1 and continue to run are plays like Sid U. They're around 80 cents, 90 cents. Well, of course, that makes more sense, right? You can actually get to $1, attain it, and essentially gain it and attain it, hold it, and then you can move up from it. And a lot of those plays that do that find their way to 2. And then 2 becomes that next corridor. When that happens, become a 25-cent mover. Every 25 cents, generally, you'll see a good solid resistance area. Now, sometimes it could be 265 instead of 250 area, it could, or 75, right? It could be right in the middle. Could be 285 instead of 275 or 3. So here's that 220 resistance area that we saw there from Sid U, past yard history. And also there was an old uptrend channel that we exploded out of right there that we just couldn't attain. So let's see if that's something that becomes more of a theme today. Theme this weekend for me, Broncos and Razorbacks both played their fucking worst game of the year on the same weekend, which I guess I'll take. You know, if you're going to get it out, just get it out. It's like when I'm sick, boy, you better believe my body just says, blah. I mean, I puke and and Avery knows, like, she's like, man, that was violent. I'm like, I know. Why do I, when I throw up and I get sick, it feels like my insides are trying to explode out of me. I mean, my chest hurts so bad the next couple of days. Like when I get bad sick. Anyway. Razorbacks, worst game they played of the year, had to be one of the better teams they played. First half, they just couldn't get together. Kind of like the Broncos. Like, they did at times, but just couldn't. You know, you kind of see the engine going, but at least it was against really good teams. So that's the two, you know, hey, get it out of the way. 2 worst games of the year somehow on the same weekend. Okay, let's get it out. And then B, and kind of good time right before the Razorbacks start SEC play. And they can kind of take a little break now over Christmas and the holiday. And the same thing for the Broncos. They play the Chiefs, who lost Mahomes, and they just looked terrible yesterday against the Titans, with the worst team in the league. You know, I figure, okay, here you go. Got that out of your, you know, got that winning streak out of the way before you head into the playoffs. That's key. You know, don't want to have that, 14, you know, that hurt. That they're too young to have that over their head. This loss can reset them, and especially Bo and some of the stuff he does, because he unfortunately, I've talked about it. Bo it's like, and we'll talk about that today. Really, like, he'll sit there and stare at the wrong ticker. You know, he'll sit there and stare at one play. We're trading one asset, where I'm trading multiple assets. I'm looking at 8 tickers right now. You know, I'm trying to okay. There's option 1. That, like, you have someone, like, every play you have a 1. And a lot of, and some of the time it can be just to the running back. It's just like, hey, downset hut, you're going to look to the left and look to the right and hit that. But he doesn't even do that. He'll just eye out the running back. Whoever he's going to throw it to, and may not even be the one half the time, he's just eyeing him out. He's not going through his progressions. And the games you see he's doing that, that's when he's just balling. But he's still young. Well, in the NFL and with Peyton. He's older. So good time to get it out for both the squads, though. It was a bad trend to have this weekend, but it was the trend for my teams. 2 back-to-back games where I'm like, really? You guys are just going to throw up a fucking shit game, huh? All right, well, sweet. At least it was against good competition. Good timing to get those out. DJT, big reversal of the bill. I feel DJT going to go red today. That was one we're looking at on last actually couple of days, Thursday and Friday. So watching HX, maybe this is a play that over 65, 67 cents can squeeze up and go through. Don't want to keep not say we can't, discount anything as of right now. Giovanni, how we doing? How you doing, Paxton? Let's go back through Tesla. Did Tesla get that squeeze out of... Did anyone take Tesla? Damn it, I forgot about Tesla. Because today I was just kind of not looking at small caps. Who traded Tesla? Who traded Tesla? Who traded Tesla? That was the whammy. I called it. I mean, there you go. My dumb ass didn't look at it. I got so much going on today because I got that Trader Live event. I was trying to watch them into the bell. Because, like, do we need to have a slate? I'll get into that later. But Tesla. Right to my ultimate high, normal high of day. So 95, should have taken most profit there. Could still see 500. I told you that was one of the plays to take out of the bell today. I haven't looked really across the board yet. I told you that was my favorite one for the move. Now Google, I see that making a pretty good move size down. That's a good size move down here. Nasty AMD up and then down. That's an Apple. I told you stay away from Apple. That shit is just a nasty. You just don't trade that. Babin, not a bad move to the downside. Bay, E up and then right back on down. Meta sauce. Okay, Meta's trying to work its way to 6. At least I threw you in the right direction. That's what I'm always trying to do there. And today Tesla had that downtrend, very tight setup look. Muy bueno. Tesla was the money maker. Hopefully you guys made some money on it. I, dumbass, missed it. But that one was one of the best ones I've seen out of the gate here recently. Shit. Good job, Giovanni. Son of a bitch. I'm like, damn it. that was one of the better ones I've seen here recently. Did you watch my live alerts today, Giovanni? Did you see me kind of go over that on the live stream here, at least when I broke that play down? Hopefully you are joining the live stream when it is free, my man, so you can watch me break down levels, because that's, I don't know if that helped you out. But I can go over it if you missed it, is my point. On my demo. Oh, good job, Aussie chick. Yep, see, that's the stuff you'll day trade right there. That's the stuff when I call that out, trade it. I mean, if I say, it's really high percentage. When I say I love something, I'm like, gee, golly, damn it. I just really wasn't thinking about it at this big event today. And so, like, I see people, doing, like, slides, having a slideshow. And I just asked about this we did the other day. Like, I had a meeting with him on last Wednesday. And so I reach out to him on Thursday morning. He gets back to me right away. And I'm like, so what should we do? This is what we're thinking. And he's like, no, but keep it more. And I'm like, what? I'm like, now, because I'm looking at it today on this live stream, and like everybody's showing something. Like everybody has something to show. And so Katz isn't showing anything right now. He's just so hopefully we're gonna keep it podcast style and just kind of chat it up. But that is coming up about an hour and a half from right now. I will be live with them. It's crazy to think here. They've got a lot of people watching, only 100 on Trade the Pool, but still, like right now, currently watching. But the Fivers, they have over 1,000 in there, so it's definitely and I haven't gone to EV Mux yet. EV Mux will really let me know how many people are watching once I get into what we're streaming through. It'll show on each platform. Let's just go take a look. Let's see. I should have the email still here. Oh, I don't want to join right now. I'll wait. But I don't want to join, and then they're like, what's Josh getting in here doing? Because these guys right now, when you watch it, they're like live. I guess Money Mitch wasn't earlier. Money Mitch, I have to go all the way back to earlier. Yeah, you can tell Money Mitch and the first guy, Richard. Okay, performance. Okay, cool. So the first couple of guys talking, you could tell they had their background. Oh, Shiminy Jiminy's. Yeah, this is big time. Can't think about it, though. There's a lot of people I'll be talking to. There'll be a lot of people. All right. That's huge. See, I did, but I paused stream and then listened to alerts so I can take my time. You're good. And Sid, you shorted too. Cool. Good job there, Paxton. Well, again, ride that. I'd say, Paxton, you're going to get your 10 cent, of course. That's the one thing on TTP. And then with this trade, it will be a little slower today. We are getting, there's HXHX. That's why I said I'm not discounting it right yet. But if it gets below this 185, we'll just call it 188, because you can see that's where little sandwich area was built in. Old resistance, new support. It's a nice, good demand area. There's gonna be a lot of volume through this area trying to get it back on up. Downtrend break would see that. Now, if you don't, and you get the corridor and you get some continuation on down, you're going to find your way minimum to around 180s. Low 180s, if not down to 175. Here we go. Let's see if we get this confirmed down below in the VWAP. Here we go. You see, now we're looking good here, and there's that crack down to the low 80s that I figured we'd get. Now, maybe don't lock it all up. I wouldn't. I would lock up half, don't lock it all up. Start to learn to lay. Okay, I'm in 500 shares, I'll lock up 400. I'm in 100 shares, I'll lock up 75. And there's that 180 touch. That's kind of what I'm looking at right through this area. A lot of demand's going to come into there. Now, if you crack that, there's no way, no how you don't see the mid 170s. And that's where I'd be, in my opinion, then I would be 3/4 out. Now I'd be half out. This is where I take half at my first destination, which this would be my first destination at 182, 183, 184. And then second destination here, because third destination could really lead to a good sized pullback. There's really nothing on the chart to hold this play up. Could see 150s once you crack the 170s. And so, hold half. This would be your half take anyway. Then you take your second. Here you go. Oh, come on. Sell off here. And this is where sometimes if you do want to use a level 2, it's beneficial just to see how these big ass orders are starting, these lots that are coming in. You can see 20,000 for it. We got a lot of people on your army over here that are going to hold this play down, which is nice for you on the ass side. Starting to eat back through some of these orders there, but still that you got a lot of people on the ass side. Now we got this big order at 183, 184 coming in. So that's something to keep your eye on when you get into these demand areas, so to speak, or supply areas, and you can see what orders are coming in and what you have to get through. Here we go, Paxton. Let's see here. Ingrid, you think PLTR can hit 200 today? Well, there goes 8. Oh, HX. This is why I didn't count it out. Let's go to PLTR. I don't think so. Oh, well, never mind. There's that squeezy wow squeeze out of the gate today for PLTR. And I like this as well. I talked about this in the morning alerts over this 196 mark for that next leg up, 197.50 and then 198.75. Of course, I'm going to still stick with my levels this early on and say 198.75 is your normal high of day. My levels are just they're just crazy sometimes, like that. Like when I was going live with Steve last week on Trade the Pool, and he trades SPY every day. You know, I don't, and I called out ultimate high of day 680.50 to 681, and that shit hit. You know, and so I'll still stick with this as of now. But if we do get through this, then it's 100% going to see 200. There's no way it doesn't see another pop into 200. I mean, you're just sitting back with popcorn right now, all right? You're not like day trading this. Well, I guess you could be practice day trading this. Beautiful move there. Absolutely gorgeous move there. I'll put PLTR out to the right for me over here. Tesla nailing my level and coming over. SPY not doing too much there out of the gate. Got to stick with my lines and levels for now, Aussie chick. Got to stick with my levels for now. Too early on the game for me to change things up. Yeah, popcorn, I figured. You're good. I was just asking. Just asking, love. Just asking. Levels working out their Tesla PLTR perfect moves today. Again, just trying to go back through there. Now, Giovanni, if you're looking here, I'll go back through this too real quickly as well, team. Let's do this one more time while I'm, not really looking to get a trade in as of now. Today's trades would have been Tesla if I just really wasn't so in the mindset of trading. I love this look on PLTR here. We're in this beautiful, beautiful sideways channel. I always trade the break of it or the crack of it. And so you can see the sideways consolidation and really a little bit of a downtrend to it. So when we break it on Friday and you come and hold it, really, I know that's a little bit back below the highs from this Wednesday. But you can see majority of the support on that bull flag was there. And so this was kind of that chance to go, oh, well, we're not going to hold, we're going to come down. We don't, we come flying up. So we're kind of in this territory we haven't been in a while. And in pre-market too, Aussie chick, let's go back if you remember this hopefully from the AKNR, right? Down below the VWAP, majority of pre-market before the opening bell, Aussie chick, what are we going to do a lot of the time in large caps? Again, if we're below the VWAP, majority of pre-market before the opening bell, Aussie chick, what do we do a very high percentage of the time, especially when you have this W and that right side booty cheek is a little higher than the left side booty cheek? Aussie chick, come on. What do we do a lot of the time? Come on, Aussie chick. I hope you're typing out a word that starts with S or P. There you go. Yes. I was like, it better be S or P or B. So squeeze, pop, break, and boom, right? I love this look. Then you go back, and I talk about this all the time. Have we been in this area in a while? No, we haven't. And so that's that last line of defense is right there. Oh, where? Right fucking there at 196. Wow, right? This is where all the stars align and go, boy, if we go over 196, she's going to get a good squeeze. And where she's going to squeeze to, well, Josh said 198.75 rule. And Aussie chick, do you see why I don't change my levels and lines up? I might want to just start trusting that and saying, guys, okay, this is too much too fast. I'm going to go short here at my ultimate high of day, 198.75. I need to go back through and see how often we hit my ultimate high of day early on, and then we don't get past it. It's going again back to SPY last Thursday with Steve when it hit that 80, 50 mark or whatever. I was 80, 50, 81 mark. Now we are holding touch to touch. I see this kind of, a lot of the time, this lower shadow hitting this upper wick and lower wick lining up together there, going to be a huge support area as we move forward with that VWAP starting to really curl over and start to probably flatten out the longer this stays up. So that 197 mark going to be key here for PLTR moving forward, whether we do stay up or we come back on down. Halted up, still not moving too much. All the other small cap plays dead. Where's a good short entry on DJT? Short entry on DJ. I like that high of day area, honestly, again, now that we've curled back on over. Anywhere around 1680, but see, that's the thing. You got to give it a little bit of room. I would anyway. The 1680 area, or if you just want to say, hey, we may make a higher high, let's just go at 17 to 1715, knowing that we've got a ton of resistance at 1690 to 17. Then we've got a nasty upper shadow at 1710, and then another one at 1713. So we've, it's somewhere in that area. We've seen here over the last now. Do we reverse before that? Could. Maybe we make higher low or lower highs along the way. Maybe we only get back up to 1665. And then another upper shadow comes from there. Too much too excuse me. When I say too much too fast, that means it burst up into an area real quickly out of nowhere. Big volume candle. Hits at a lot of stop losses, and it comes right back on down, essentially. Now, Giovanni, if you're still listening, on Tesla. Oh, shit. You, damn it. I'm telling you, this play, if I see this at 5:10 today, I'm gonna hit myself in the head. All right. Tesla here, 15-day, 15-minute time frame, right? So again, to me, Tesla's in a squeeze pattern. Hopefully, Giovanni, you're listening. And I'm going to base it off somewhere through here, Giovanni. That's where my eyes think this matches up perfectly. Yeah, it does. Okay. So that's the uptrend channel, or like where it starts, in my opinion. And then we have this squeeze pattern right here happening. That's why I was saying this morning, we're right on it. Like, if you were watching this, and you can go rewind the stream, I didn't have these lines in. These lines weren't in. This is just my eyes laser these in after doing this over and over and over. And I was like, we're on the downtrend. The reason I said that we were on the downtrend, do you see how we're riding into this over and over and over and not being able to get through? There's a lot of continuation there. Not only, yes, so, like, you're touching it a lot is my point. Do you see, like, and then we finally give up. I knew we had to be so, like, and if you really wanted to, because I'm just going from the tops, you really could do this if you wanted to, and that's fine by me. You could really get it in tight and go like that, right? And something like this, where you're more into the bodies with the candles and not including this back. I don't care. I just knew we were, because it doesn't matter if you do that here, or if I put this up to here. Do you see how this doesn't it changes barely, right? I knew that, but this right here, this even, I knew we were so close to this downtrend, waiting to squeeze, and here comes fucking 500. God fucking bless. And this is not the whole, well, we're above the VWAP more before the opening bell. Well, we need to be in this case if we want to squeeze. We don't have to start down below. Why? We're forming son of an inverse head and shoulder, head, shoulder. Secondly, again, the downtrend, right? If you're on a downtrend, you think about a good squeeze. Usually, you want to be up and above the VWAP. You want to be up and above that. And so, beautiful downtrend right there. So that's where I saw that squeeze pattern getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and we're at the top side of it. Now, maybe we fall back over and go back down. True, could happen. But this is exactly what I'm looking for, and this is, bar none, this is your play of the day so far. One of them. Beautiful squeeze. Here comes 500. So what we'll be looking for. Yeah, see, that's what I talked about too in the morning alerts, and went back. If you go back and listen to it, 500 I've noticed through the years, sometimes you blast through it, but you go to like plays like NVDA and you have trouble with it for a while. I think that it's in my opinion, it's a 50-50. I've seen plays burst through it, hold it, go to 5-0. That's what I'm like, we're either going to hit 500, come down and finish like 495s, or even low 490s. It'll be a reversal. Or we're gonna go through it and hold it, and if we do, we will. That's the more you can kind of tell a little bit more. It'll be easier to trade because you get above it, you blow through it, come back, bounce on it. So say we go to 501.85, come back, bounce somewhere off of it, and come flying back up through. If we go back through 501.85, you're going to see 505. You might even see 510 today at that point. And that's why I was saying I'm going to be pissed if I look back at the end of the day and I see 510 at Tesla, and I'm like, oh, I should have just got in small. Options like next Friday or even this Friday to probably be fine. Obviously, that's far enough out. Going big to day trade it, but then if we got this, because we would have got in early on, I would have got in over this upper shadow, wait for it to come down, blow through it in those tops, and you just skyrocket to 595. Then, of course, take majority of my options there. But since I have till Friday or next Friday, then I just hold at least 2, 3, 4. Knowing that, oh boy, you could see 510 today, and then because I've seen those plays. I want to say it was Meta did it. There was a play that blew through and was still like 525. I think it was the day of. and you were, this is seen, that's the only thing Tesla's seen that before. That was before, Meta had never seen 500 before. So I want to say Meta, I have to go back and look. It may have been, there was a ticker that we looked, maybe it was SMCI, and of course SMCI is a different beast in itself. Was it Meta? I've got to go back. Meta did bounce at 500 really nice. So let's go back. There was one that just blew through 500. Where's 500? Right here. I think it was this one right here. No, that was 500. Where's 500 at? Boom. Yeah, I think it was right here. Yeah. And then we saw how much that day? Yeah, okay. So it was Meta. So Meta had never seen over it. We failed at it a couple times here. You get my point. But there, I've seen it, and I know there's another ticker where you're like, but see, even what we get my point. Then you go to 5, and you're having trouble in those 20s, and then boom, you're all the way back down to 470, which would make sense if that happened here with this ticker. But that thing only, like, we only, But I have seen, it may have been SMCI, but then that's kind of like an asterisk mark because that's like Barry Bonds and was on steroid. Nice bounce off the 180s there so far. Now, again, nothing major in small caps. Obviously, today we're not going to have it. I talked about this last week and heavily on Friday. Again, if you join the live stream, I would love to be able to trade small caps. It just isn't happening today. And one thing to be looking at, which we talked about here early on, we'll move the downtrend up here for AZI, would be a watch for a pop-up on AZI now into that downtrend. Anywhere around the 420s, 430s for a reversal and a short. Right now, I don't think I'm missing any other small cap ticker at all. CIDU's the only mover I see. Tesla's been the bigger banger, big red to green move on the SPY. So far, right, Aussie Chick not changing my high of day there on PLTR, sticking with my 875 roll. That was money. Almost got 500 on Tesla, hit 498.83 so far, kind of reversing off of it, making the kind of like a snaky pattern on the way up. CMCT is dead, so we'll go over to Tesla and take a look at it. Let's see. Do you think this Tesla level would have been beautiful another time, but not right before the holidays? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yes. No, yeah. I think it would have been, yeah. I don't even think about that. I don't. I mean, when I look at my charts, said you popping, yeah. Then right off your, and how funny is that, Paxenhoff, and I've done that too, where you get out of your short and you look back and go, fuck, why didn't I go long? And look for a small double top here. Honestly, back up at this uptrend channel, 215, 220 area. We know 250 is going to be next, is resistance, but yeah, Giovanni, I never factor in that kind of stuff. I try to be in it. I would love refs to be this way more often. Refs they absolutely suck. Some of the shit they call too, and then some of the penalties there are anymore. Even my wife, because I watch it all the time, and even me, I'm like, that's a pin. She's like, that what? She's like, I'm like Avery, I can't even try to explain to you why that's a penalty. Whatever it was, yesterday, my Broncos, again, just shitted up this weekend with my Broncos and Razorbacks. Both having probably the worst games of the year. Good timing, though, to be honest, to get that the win streak over with. And against good teams, so it wasn't like you played shit trash anyway. But there was a penalty where the guy fell on him, and they called a body weight. Like, our guy just hit the quarterback. And then it was a great, beautiful defensive play. And then there was a penalty on the defensive player for falling on him, like, using his body weight. I'm like, and it was a D tackle, too, so it's like a bigger guy. I'm like, and the quarterback's fine, but he wants to tackle him. It's like, so he's in full motion trying to make a tackle. You think he's all of a sudden going to become Spider-Man and be some agile creature and be able to turn his body away from that landing on him, even though his momentum's already going down on top of him? And I'm like, they play football. It's kind of like, yeah, I know it's football. It's contact, Avery. This makes no sense. Why would you throw a penalty on a guy that this is exactly what he was trained to do from what? And then he's just supposed to just be able to change his body. Oh, I fucking hate refs. Anyway, I try to be as unbiased as possible. And I never think about PRs anymore for the most part. And just trade the chart. So yes, I do think that Tesla would have done what it did today regardless of it. That setup, when I talk about that again, like on my morning alerts and really break those plays down and, I like this. Oh, this is good. And what at the bell. Yeah, I go back and study that, of course, or when I'm free here, which I'll be free this week. I'll do some free next week just for the holidays. One last little set of freebies for you guys to be a part of some learning and hopefully some good trades, but definitely a lot of good learning. Is that, look what I'm looking at. If I'm looking at something for a reason, and I say I like it a lot, go back and study it. You know, why am I looking at it? And that's again, of course, you know, the holiday BOGO sale that I'm doing, so you guys can take a part of that and see it every day. It doesn't happen too much, unfortunately, anymore. You know, like I talk about in the morning alerts, which I think you still get the morning alerts for free, obviously, yeah. So, I try to start that off, or at least somewhere in there if you listen to them all, where it's just like, or especially what the trade at the bell, like we're just labeled large caps. You know, and I'm like, and I haven't, and I've said that, it used to be, it's so flipped now, and it's crazy, to where when I first started these, you know, in 2023, that summer, August, you go through easy, somewhere around this time last year, may have stopped a little before that, I can't remember when, but I would say minimum for the first year, 80% of the days. And I bet for the first, because it was so hot late 23 into early 24, I bet the first 6 months, August through about March, so first 6, 7, 8 months, I bet it was 90% of the days I had something to trade at the bell. At least 80 plus, 80 to 90, right? But then if you add in some of those, and a high percentage of those days, there were multiple. Like if you broke down 87% of the time he had something to trade at the bell. But of those 87%, 39% of the time there were 2 to trade. 28% of the time there were 3 or more to trade at the bell, right? Or it was just pick it, right? This one, or that one. I'm going with this one. And now it's complete opposite, to where I'm like nothing, you know, and it's 13% of the time there's something to trade at the bell, and 87% of the time there's nothing. I don't like it. We've had too much movement. We're in an area of the chart that's too choppy, and I can't expect it. My gut, my instinct's not there to predict it. And I hate that, you know, because I want you guys to be able to bank. Reversal here on the way back on up here again for AZI. A little bit of reversal on the way back on up for AZI. Not seeing a lot. Not seeing a lot here from AZI. AZI. DJT short right here. Yep. I don't know if you got it there, Paxton, but yeah, DJT. I know HXHX slow movers here, but go back over to DJT real quickly. I know we already talked about DJT. There's that move back on up. There's your 1680 reversal. Yeah, there it was right there, Paxton. Sorry, I'm talking a million miles an hour today. Like always. That's it, though. Most likely this is going to be your gatekeeper. As you can tell with the 9 EMA, you're coming down and resting on it. When you rest on something for that long, Paxton, you can tell there's a lot of people there on the demand side trying to bounce this play back on up. If you hold this play is going to pop on up, then you could look for a 1720 short. I would not short 1680 again. If this cracks, then you can look for more follow-through on the way down for a move to say 1625 to 1620 starters, then below that to the 1585 $16 mark. Well, let's say $15.95, my bad. So, you know, this is your gatekeeper, though, right now. This is where every trader, I say every, but a lot of traders are coming in here saying this is where I want, you know, I want to get this bounce play. I want this to squeeze up. I want to be bullish again today. And don't short up here again. If you do go small, you test that area small, the better area, again, would be up at that 17 to 1720 mark where we failed, you know, not only on Friday, but here again early on in pre-market. You took the long. Good. There you go. Quick little long. Slow, super slow in small caps right now. Super duper slow in the small cap space. Let's see where we're at with Trade the Pool here. Big day. That's crazy how many people they have over here. Good job for them. This is a good pub thing that they did. They're doing more and more and more of that. I will say that for trying to push trade the pool, of course, with the fibers. Nice, good work that they've had. I'm not seeing anything else. I just want to make sure we have it covered in small caps. Large caps, we had the good play to start the day. Of course, we are all over it. PLTR had a good move. And Tesla had the best move, it seems like. I haven't gone through all the tickers yet. And this is what I was talking about to you, Giovanni. We didn't quite hit 500, but this is the kind of the stuff I've seen before. Hard rejection. Didn't even quite get to 500. And I mean, 499. You talk about the move up was great. Look at the move down. 499 straight down, nothing but red to 491. This is just, again, that's why it's that 50-50. Is it going to go and blow, or is it going to stop and have a reversal? Again, how big is the reversal? Big thing I'll talk about too, of course, tomorrow on the TTP stream, and of course here on Wednesday, is just SPY here on the sideways consolidation channel overall. This is definitely, go over to the SPY here. We'll get rid of HX for a minute. Boy, what do we do here? This is huge, coming up with this higher low pattern that we're starting to kind of form a little bit. Not beautifully, but a little bit, as you can tell here. Starting to try to make this higher low pattern on the way back on up. With that being the last dip area now, the big reversal only came to here. If we get back in the 690s, are we going to get that third kind of touch attempt and breakout from there? We're going to squeeze and go? 700, just like Tesla, 500 knocking on the door. I feel, though, SPY going to be different at 700. Possibly we do see it in the next week, and it blows through 700. Now, nothing crazy, but, and maybe, was it SPY that did that at 500? Now, going back to think about it, Giovanni. Was it SPY that did that? Nope, SPY failed. So SPY first, there it is, coming up to 500, came down to 490, and then we split it up. Okay, it wasn't SPY. Had to go back and take a little check there, a little check-a-rooney. Regardless, today, SPY, like we've seen a lot here recently, first hour or so of the day, caught in a fucking trap. So we got a couple of those looks today. Red to green move, kind of forming a little cup and handle too. Speaking of Paxton, AZI and DJT both doing that as well. Tesla all the way back now down. What a turd reversal there. We got Sid Yu squeezing out to the right there, getting the kind of like last little shot here. I would say in the next probably 15-25 minutes here to get that squeeze up and be our all-day runner. Always talk about that 30-minute after mark, and that's probably what I'm going to call it for the day at 30 after. Main reason why I just have going over to this event right here. Going over to this event, trade the pool. We've got, of course, the fivers, if you follow them as well. Big event today, the live stream event. We got about, of course, earlier, I don't know, I would imagine viewers go down throughout the day. Had well over 1,000 to start off with there for the fivers. They still have just right over 900. And trade the pools got right around 90, so they were just right at 100 earlier. So we've lost about 10% or so of viewership over the last hour or so. But you got to imagine most people are there for the giveaways, and like, when they're going to give them? Well, you can't freaking give away stuff right away and give it all away. You got to spread it out. Want to keep people entertained, but I will be over there. I do have a discussion with the fivers and trade the pool. Be part of trading multiple assets or one. So trading, I can trade Sid Yu, Tesla, SPY, AZI, PLTR, DJT. I'm looking at a lot of different tickers today. And those futures guys, usually if you trade futures, you're not on them all day every day, or you're not on a lot of different ones. You're not trading NQ and MQ or MNQ or EQ. You're trading just, you're trading one of them and you're trading it all day long, or whatever you trade, right? And so that's what he's going to have. Because it was funny at first, we didn't get what they meant, multiple assets. But, I mean, I get it now, but they could have worded that a little differently. But I'm going to be taking the multiple assets because I trade small caps, which makes sense, right? So there are multiple tickers I can trade in a day. They usually just trade one. And we didn't know either. Like Wednesday, me and Christian were like, so we thought that was it. Like he trades a certain setup every day and I trade multiple setups every day, or vice versa. And so we didn't have much direction, so to speak. So that's really what we'll talk about today, is that he trades, when he's trading the futures, why is he trading, what is he trading all day long, and why is that beneficial? And then also, what are the cons of it? And then same thing for me with, trading small caps to large caps and equities, because that's what we do at Trade the Pool. And that's why he was like, Michael was like, no. He's laughing. We sent voice messages back and forth on Thursday. He's like, no, when we mean assets, we mean like, you're at Trade the Pool, you trade equities, right? You can trade all the tickers that you trade, especially small caps. Every day it's something different. Where then they trade, usually when it's futures, they trade that one future every day. Oh, that's what they trade all year round. It's the same symbol. And so that's what they are. They're not four. Well, he's four. They're actually, the guy I'll be talking today, he trades Forex. So I would imagine he does in Forex. And so, but that's what he's taking, where, the fivers are that they do Forex and, futures. They do Forex and futures. Here at Trade the Pool, we do equities. We trade here on the NASDAQ and trade, different symbols every day. I've never heard of the fivers before today. Oh, yeah, they're huge. I mean, at least because they're huge, I think a lot more so maybe than overseas. But yeah, the fivers have they've got a lot of followers. I mean, I don't know how. I know they have over 100,000 on Instagram, which is pretty decent for a prop firm. That's pretty darn good for a prop firm to have over 100,000 on Instagram, because and how many do they have here they got 93,000 on YouTube. So they probably have, obviously a few 100,000 across all social media. I bet on X they have a lot. I don't know what they have on X, but they have a few 100,000. They have hundreds of thousands of followers. But they're futures based, and I guess Forex as well. And that's the big thing on prop firms, and have been, funded traders, so to speak. That's been the thing to fund traders for the longest time is through futures. It's been very few and far between, and we're the first ones ever that you see anyone doing equity. It's few and far between. We're the only one that I know of that does equities, that you can trade at least all 12,000 plus symbols, blah, 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 blah. And so that's where then back to my discussion where, of our discussion today, one asset versus multiple. Yes. Someday when I get good at one, then I'll start looking at a second tier. Yeah, right. For now, just MNQ. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got at least. Yes. See, yep. They're kind of like I always compare them because we always do stuff with them. I don't really ask, but to me, it just seems like our sister company, or cousin company, something along that, to where we do and we promote a lot of the same stuff. I don't know. I'd have to ask. Are they? I don't know. So. I know they're two separate companies and entities, but I don't know if they're both in Israel. I don't know. I just know that they do a lot of stuff together and seem to do kind of run, hand in hand, the way their graphics and stuff are done, their colors. And so, yeah, I've heard of them only because of Trade the Pool, because of that kind of stuff that I've seen them tied to and linked with. And so, anywho, been good stuff, though. Big reversals here in large caps. I'm noticing big reversals from large caps. I'm noticing SPY on the way down. PLTR. I know Aussie Chick is not liking to see that, but boy, oh Aussie Chick, that's where you can just use my morning alerts and just have them stun your eyes over and over and over. Look at Tesla though, team. 490. This is just all momentum at this point. Oh, there goes Sid U, new high of day. Sid U pop and drop out of nowhere. Here's the 1 minute time frame and see that reversal. Or I should say drop and pop, drop down, and I thought we'd see some more movement down, or at least maybe more consolidation and volume died off. No, we go right back to the biggest volume candle of the day here, actually, with Sid U, and popped right back on up in that 3 minute time frame, engulfing that upper shadow here. Now, again, next resistance is around that 250 area. HX just dead out to the right. Oh, wow, crazy movement. Yeah, ridiculous movement right now. Large caps especially today. I mean, that's the reason it's been... We did get the good move from Tesla out of the opening gate. That was nice in my opinion. But these moves have just been so dramatic here recently. It's been crazy to see it. Meta actually, even with that good squeeze out of the gates today, and now back on down. Not reversing nearly as hard still as PLTR or Tesla's doing. Starting to hold up here just a little bit. It's just starting. Big wicks here even on DJT in the 5-minute time frame. Wow, big wicks. I'll have to go to the 3-minute to clean that up just a little bit, but still some pretty wicky action here on DJT. SPY trying to come down and get to new low of day in market. PLTR still coming all the way back on down some more here. Going back to past chart history, resistance there for SID-U. We've seen this play a couple times. Oh, okay, we're past it now. So there was that 220 resistance I was talking about. Now we got to go back a little bit further here. All right, so we got the 230 into 235. Actually, I can see this. I can see a little 230 to 235 action. And then over that, it definitely will see a pop up to probably right around 265 area. So 235 does see some resistance. I see past chart history there at 235 area. Nothing too crazy. This play is our best mover of the day at 95%. It's not bad. 95 is not bad. You just look at the action, though. You can see a lot of it is not too clean. It's just really up and down. Mostly coming from the gap up from Friday here from 1 to this 195 mark. You know, in market is my point. You're not getting a lot of clean action. Now, the reversal would have probably had some orders a little bit lower for the bounce play. Bounce play leading to the best play of the day so far. That's why I've been loving bounce plays here recently. Again, I don't know if I probably would have had a 180 order in, maybe somewhere a little higher. But that would have been a bounce play for the move back up to 2, possibly 205. I would have been out most in this, and this would have been like, okay, cool, out. Once you got some sort of pop into the 220s again, I don't think I would have seen the 230s, even if I would have loved that bounce. This is the only trade of the day that looks good, too, in small caps. SID-U's the only thing. Quick reversals up top at this 220 mark have been okay. One led to a 30-cent reversal, one to about 20. And then, of course, the bounce there, 30, 40, 50 cents, depending on where you would have scaled out at. I'm going to give it to the 30-minute mark here. Again, you know, you could tell here today was really just more so I'm worried about the the Trader Live event, the Trader Live event. Don't forget, of course, the for you guys out there, tomorrow I'll get my live stream up, rocking and rolling, but then I will have to join Trade the Pool and their live stream. But I will be here live all day long. Regardless, I'll come back and join you guys live. Let's see here what else we got here for the morning. All right, let's go to here and there and here and there. Boom. The holiday sale, just want to bring that up again too. Don't forget, this will be going through the new year. Live stream for a month. If you want to come join me just for 1 month, you get not only my live stream for the month, obviously, right? But you're going to get 1 month, the whole month with me. You'll get the morning alerts for free as well, and one session, one-on-one to come over. Hour-long Zoom session or what these are. We go over your trades, go over your levels, trying to figure out what you're doing, going long, going short, which option are you trading, which future are you trading, right? Let's narrow it down. Which small cap are you trading now? Okay, were you going long? Are we going short? How are we doing it? What's our stop loss? What's our targets? Hey, maybe let's look at this. Hey, let's challenge you with lines, support, resistance levels to make sure you can chart. There's so many things we do on these one-on-ones to make you a better trader. 6 months of the live stream comes with 3 free months of the morning alerts and 3 free one-on-ones. The yearly live stream will come with 6 months of morning alerts and 6 free one-on-ones. This is what most people are doing. It's a year of the live stream and a year of the morning alerts, saving you 2 months of this monthly off. So you're paying for just 10 months a piece. That's $200 off, and you're getting the 23 pack for free. That's 23 hours with me, 23 one-on-ones. It's by far the best value you're going to get. That's double. Literally, you spend $1,000, you're getting over $1,000 in value. You only have $200 to spend. I get it. It's the holiday season. It's the world we live in now. You're going to get 4 one-on-ones and 1 month of the live stream and 1 month of the morning alerts. You only have $300 to spend. You're going to get 6 one-on-ones with me, 2 months of the live stream and 2 months of the morning alerts. 12 pack, 3 months of the live stream and 3 months of the morning alerts. And the 875, the 23 pack, I'll give you half a year of the live stream and half a year of the morning alerts. So whatever you buy, you're going to have morning alerts and one-on-ones with me. Whether it's just one or multiple, right? And the thought process there is that. So I've just noticed that traders have all 3. They get better faster. And the thing on top of that was half, and like you get half, right? So if you get 6 months of this, you're getting 3 months of this. If you're getting 12 months of this, you're getting 6 months of this. If you get this for a year, 23 one-on-ones is a one-on-one with me every other week for the whole year, or a half year of every week. Every week for a half year, you see me. So essentially, whatever you're getting up top, I'm trying to make sure that the other half of it, you have something to go with it. So a half year of the live stream, you get a half, or I should say a half year of the live stream. Well, half of that half year, 3 months of the morning alerts. A year of the live stream, a half year, right? So everything, you'll have something with it for half the time. So you get more added value. Take advantage of that. Like I said, traders that have all three, and especially come over and do the one-on-ones, if you need help with your trading, that's exactly where it comes in, on doing those one-on-ones. Being out there by yourself, I was one of the few and far between that really could track and journal all on their own and really start to establish. Of course, that's where I've gotten better and better and better now, with doing more of these one-on-ones with you guys on what we need to be looking at and what you're looking at, because I want to see what you're looking at. I'll lead you, just like I did today with Tesla, in the right direction of finding you a chart that looks good and what to trade. And then you're going to have to start finding those day in, day out on your own, right? You're going to come see me at the gym once a week. You're going to vent to me and complain and moan. And we're going to go over some stuff, and you can get that out and you're going to feel better. But then within that, we're going to find some positives. And then you're going to, I'm going to reinforce you, and I'm going to get some positive thoughts going in and pump you up and motivate you for the next week. And usually for a lot of traders, those first day or two afterward, you are successful. It's that day 3 and 4 or 5 after where you're about to come see me again. You got to be like, okay, there's donuts today at work. Oh, it's Pizza Friday. Like, I ain't doing last week. I did Pizza Friday. I saw Joss on Tuesday. I was great. And then Pizza Friday came around, and shit, had Pizza Friday, Nacho Saturday, and all you can eat buffet on Sunday. And I fucking looked like shit on Monday. Saw him on Tuesday, and he came in and was like shaking his head. What the fuck are you doing? I saw it. You couldn't ignore it. You turned Pizza Friday into all you can eat Sunday, and look at you now. Anyway, take advantage, team. I know how to put that out there earlier. I wanted you guys to have that link again. Any questions you guys have at all? Any questions? Aussie Chick, Elise, Saline, the girls chatting it up, Paxton, Giovanni, any of my wallflowers out there, anyone joining me getting ready for the Trader Live event, which is coming up very, very, very soon. Literally less than an hour away. Less than an hour away. I got to talk about trading one stock all day, every day. Y'all ready to talk stickity stocks, stockity sticks? Upcoming session, unlock the secrets of a successful trader. Oh, this is where Kevin Avery gets to go on and talk. I guess Kevin Avery is going to get on for a few minutes here. Oh, man, this is awesome. So you guys definitely need to come over. It'll be a full hour with me and another guy. I gotta go put my makeup on. I'm live in 50 minutes. In 50 minutes at 11:10 Eastern. At 11:10 Eastern time. Yeah, we're all over for yeah, for sure. Hope so. Yeah, definitely. Right now, Sid U is going to be your better mover. 265 resistance on the way back on up. Your best bounce play, in my opinion, is going to be back down here around the 210 area. I'm going to get rid of this old trend line up. I don't think that's going to come into play, honestly. The old resistance might. This is going to be your bounce support area, team. If you're looking for a trade today, I like this 210 area. I'm going to go down. I'm going to make a line there. I'm going to find the corridor for you guys and mark it in so you can see what I like for a bounce as of now. And I'll put this in. Edit. Boop. Bop. Beep. Go boop. No. 5 daddy. Got that 5 daddy. Put it up a little bit right there. Boom. This is the bounce area right here. This is the bounce corridor. All right. That's the best bounce as of right now. 210 into 1 or 210 into 2. That's where you would put orders in at. There we go. At the bounce area. Bounce area. Here we go. Written for you. So that's kind of your bounce corridor. Any questions you guys want to go over with me at all? Is there anything you guys want to go over? Any last questions? Thank you for joining here. Got the Trader Live event coming up for me. Hopefully you guys already have the link out there. You do follow Trade the Pool. Of course, today the Fivers. Watch on either one of them. Of course, there'll just be two different comment sections. Just depends on which one you're at. If you're at Trade the Pool, awesome. If you're at the Fivers, awesome. I'll obviously most likely be just concentrating on the discussion at hand. Trading multiple assets versus trading one. And, of course, me trading small caps every day. And why that has been and will be beneficial for a lot of traders, especially as you move down the line. Now, again, for us to trade the pool is huge, being able to do that. Now, again, I know some futures traders, it's hard at first to trade one future, let alone multiple. So there's that key factor where I think he'll bring in why trading one is huge. And then when it comes to equities here on, for us, why trading multiple is very key in my opinion. Lays is moving up today too. Good alert there. Forgot about Lays. So Lays was moving up. I'm going to get HX off. We'll go to Lays potato chips as is now. This one's moving up. Wasn't really, I don't think this had a PR this morning. Yeah, I don't think it did. Whatever year-end issues, year-end CEO letter to share, whatever. There's no news on this today. This one is moving up pretty good. We've seen this one running past chart history here. Going back to past chart history, real strong resistance for me right here at this 525 to 535 mark. 525 to 535 is where the really strong resistance runs in. We do have strong resistance as well at 5 and to around 510. So 5 to 510 resistance for SID-U. 5 to 510 in the 530-ish area for SID-U. Any questions you guys have? Any stocks you want to go over? I think that's where we're at today. Not a lot of big movement from these tickers, as we know. Best play is going to be SID-U, in my opinion, for the move back down to around this 210 to 195 area. Would be your better corridor for SID-U. Big week this week for myself. First today, again, like I said, hopefully you guys are coming over, joining, and you already signed up, so that way you get the free or part of giveaways that you can be a part of today. Hopefully you got those. Or I say got those, but signed up so you can get a part of those. But today with the Trader Live event for the Fivers Trade the Pool for an hour long, 11:10 Eastern to around 12:10 Eastern. From 11:10 to 12:10 Eastern, I'll be going live with them tomorrow, pretty much hosting the Trade the Pool live stream all morning long. So Money Mitch won't be there. It will be me and Michael Noss. I would imagine Michael Noss will start it up with me tomorrow morning. So we'll have the two of us rocking and rolling from I think they start around 9 a.m. Eastern, so 30 minutes before the opening bell, something along those lines. So they start from 9. They start at 9. So I'll go from 9 till 11 tomorrow. 9 to 12. Yeah, 9 to 12 tomorrow with them. So that's 8 to 11 my time. Yeah, so 9 to 12 tomorrow with them. So today an hour with Trade the Pool and the Fivers a piece, which is huge. With 1,000 or so viewers, if not more. Then tomorrow, at least at a time, who knows, intermittently after, get my point. So 1,000 plus today. Then tomorrow with the Trade the Pool, with a few hundred coming in and out, over that time frame from 9 a.m. till noon Eastern. So 4 hours total. 1 hour today, 3 hours tomorrow. I'll have my live stream up tomorrow too as well. Don't worry. Morning alerts live. Everything in pre-market as normal. I'll get in here and get my live stream up a little bit normal than I have been here recently. Just because there hasn't been anything in pre-market. So that's why I've just been waiting to get it up. Well, tomorrow I will get it up earlier for you guys, being that I got to join Trade the Pool tomorrow morning. So my live stream will be up. The morning alerts and levels will come out. And then I'll have to join those guys. And I'll make sure I can join those guys, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is at that 9 a.m. Eastern mark, which is 30 minutes before the opening bell. I'll wait till the 30-minute after mark to do the large cap plays. My plan is to get the live stream up at 8 a.m. Central, or 8 a.m. Eastern, hour and a half before the opening bell. The usual time that we usually would do it. Just been so slow recently in pre-market. But I'll get it up at 8 a.m. Eastern, right away getting the small cap levels, get those done and out of the way. and wait till 30-minute after mark, see if SPY gets any big movement there from any PR releases. I don't know. I'll see if we have any data releases or not. If we don't, I'll start them earlier. If we do, I'll wait till the 30-minute mark and get them in between me going live with them. So you'll still have me for an hour tomorrow morning going over levels and trades and what to be looking at. Nothing different about tomorrow in pre-market. Then you can just come join me for TTP for the next 3 hours. I'll be hosting that show and going over small caps, mid caps, large caps, seeing what we see for the day over there. Wednesday, half day here. It's just a half day regardless because the stock market were closed Thursday for Christmas. Happy holidays to all you guys out there, whether it's Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, etc., whatever you guys celebrate. Happy, happy, happy. Just be happy. It's a season of giving and being happy, joyful. Giveaway today as well. I will be doing a giveaway for those that like to stick around and be a part of the live stream all day long. I'll do that coming up for those that are around this afternoon. So I'll promote that this afternoon. See if any of you guys are still sticking around for that. And I'll do one giveaway this afternoon. I'll do 2 tomorrow afternoon. And then I'm doing 3 Wednesday morning, pretty much right after the opening bell. Because I'd imagine I'll be like the only one going live on Wednesday for the most part, Wednesday morning, you know. So I doubt anyone else will really be going live. So I'll get you guys over here. We'll see if we can't find something to trade at the bell, whether it's large cap or small cap, pre-market as well. First 15, 20, 30 minutes, and then giveaway. We would already be done giveaways. So this time on Wednesday, we'll probably be getting close to wrapping it up because it's a half day. I would imagine unless we get a crazy supernova runner, and I mean it has to be one of those parabolic halty and then holds up, and we're trading it in power hours, my point, into after hours, and it's going for more. That's the only way we have something to look at, and we'll wake up small caps possibly again. All right, I'm taking the break for now. No questions, ifs, ands, or buts about it. Your best play, in my opinion, is going to be back down here at 210. $2.10 to $2 for the bounce play on SID-U. See you guys. I'll jump back on the mic probably right here to remind you guys. Join me on TTP Fivers 2026 live. Get the link out there for you guys as well. All right. Join me here. I'll see you guys again. Let's see here. 11, 10. Boom. Copy. Boom. See you guys in just a bit, all right? Bangarang. Let's go. Come cheer me on. See you guys at 11:10 Eastern.